Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, if we did just miss it, we are up and running already. It's a mighty effort! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Mbappe is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's cut it out. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he welcomes it in. Ibrahimovic! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter. And while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
They played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Lizarazu with the delivery. Botafogo leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score.
Seedorf threads one in.
He's in a great position here.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vieira. That's really well manoeuvred.
Lahm,
he gets big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great vision.
And this is Roberto Carlos. He rises! Really well taken goal.
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's a good ball out wide.
Van Dijk. And it's Rijkaard. Ibrahimovic. Lahm.
And here's Mbappe.
Chooses to go cross-field. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Tries to pass it through.
Roberto Carlos. Now the terrific header.
Makalele. And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Rijkaard. Looking for options for movement.
Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cruyff looking to run onto it. Maldini. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Botafogo heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Big header!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Makaleli. And here's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they could break here. And this is Ibrahim. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Lizarazu. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well timed, excellent interception. Distributed tidily. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Botafogo sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Agradecemos a colaboração. Teremos uma substituição.
That gets things going for the second half. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side, and he's picked it up out wide. Keeper's dealt with that.
Well, that might...
He's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Aln is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Hernus powering forward here. Vieira. Seedorf. That's Vieira. Seedorf. Over to the left. Ah, such a clever touch. He's on it, can he get away? And it's Seedorf. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bigo does well to get it back. Bigo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Tries from distance. Loose ball now, and there's... Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Makaleli. Pull it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Ibrahimovic being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mateus. Mitoma. Great run on the overlap here.
Great feat, that.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Botafogo couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Roberto Carlos. Botafogo finding their passes. And here's Mbappe. And it's Seedorf. Aln. And here's Mbappe. There's the shot!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ambitious ball here. And this is Hullet. And he's certainly onside here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Played back in. Cleared without hesitation. Botafogo have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Makaleli. That has been cut short. Seedorf. And the counter is on. Aln is looking to influence the game from out wide, and he's picked out the run. Well read, nice interception. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Seedorf. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Botafogo are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Many thanks to Jim. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already... And Hullet! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Hernes going face to... He's had a shot! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Produces a cross. Mateus. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mitoma. Strong running down that left flank. Cruyff receives it in a good position here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee has just said play on. Mateus. Header! Brilliant save from Donnarumma. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mateus. Well, they've got it again.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Not the most convincing of passes. Thuram. And it's Makalele. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Knocks it into space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Mitoma is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Makalele. It shapes to shoot! Oh, he's been caught on it here! Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Of facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ernest. Chance here to counter. Good ball over the top. Makalele, he's found a way, gets his head on it! It's hit the upright. Aln. Now Ernest. It's a pretty loose pass. That is a great pick out. Ernest is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Makalele. Can he get it through? Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Can he get on the end of this? And he's worked it through. And he's intervened well there.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
5 minutes till the break. Ernest. Vieira. Threads one in. Here's Makalele. And here's Seedorf. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Teremos
Cruyff
minuto de
in
acréscimo.
acres of space out wide. Aln gets it away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh no, this does not look good. And it's half-time here. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Substituição.
Botafogo are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Van Dijk producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. No, that's been intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Shot, surely! Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Back into the middle. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Mbappe is onto the chance for a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Camisa 20.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's a really well-measured ball. Swings it, he's got tall. firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Looking for the run. Pullet has it out wide and in space.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And it's Hullet. Thinks about the shot. He's on it. Can he get away? That's tidy. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Now, what about a counter-attack? Makalele carries the ball down the right. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Makalele with an air of confidence about him. A certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Seedorf. And that's a dangerous ball. Well, he's done very well to take that back. And that's a throw-in. And it's Vieira. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lizarazu. Botafogo perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, that's a fine interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Tries to pass it through. Rafael Leao gets into some... and he shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Botafogo certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Botafogo are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. Now that is commitment to the cause. This is their second corner of the game. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Out towards the flank. Pinches it off him. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Hullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Botafogo have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Tries to play it through. Hullet. So Hullet! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Corner number 3 coming up. And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. A heavy challenge. And the ball's gone astray. Hazard. Now, can they get him away? And the number on the board is 3. And it's Azar. He's being urged to shoot. Azar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Botafogo definitely impressing me here, especially...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also, don't forget the way he exerts control, despite not being particularly outspoken. That is something else too.
And that's been won straight back. It's run loose here. Threads one in. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos charging forward down that flank. Over to the left. Roberto Carlos gets into the... He rises! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Wriggles his way through. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Roberto Carlos. That's tidy. Roberto... Oh, what a climb! Goal! Botafogo! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Botafogo are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now, the ball's gone astray. That's very neat. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Figo. Roberto Carlos gets a foot in here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Seedorf. Seedorf. And he was quick to react.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Mateus is wide and looking to get onto this. Ferdinand gets it away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he thumps it clear. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Bergomi. Botafogo looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Looking for options for movement. Seedorf. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rijkaard. Lizarazu. And it's Rijkaard. Has a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Vieira. Mateus. Out towards the flank. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Temos minuto de acréscimo.
The final seconds now. Mateus. Played out wide. It's come to nothing. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Botafogo head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
gentileza de remover os carros estacionados na rua em frente ao estádio. Teremos uma substituição.
So off we go once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Aln has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Aln is onto this. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Played out to the left flank. Toma.
Such good technique.
Oh, sweet feet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
It's their second corner of the game.
Camisa 17, camisa 20, camisa 19.
Terrific!
Fechando o campo
Oh,
para
crossbar!
camisa 21.
Oh, that was a brilliant
camisa
save.
18,
That's very, very good. You can't
camisa
ask for much more than that.
Neymar.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. It's a promising position, and this is Neymar, and it's Seedorf. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Taken back almost at once. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And here's Cruyff. And he welcomes it in.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Botafogo
Camisa
making
22.
another change here.
Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 14.
Bullet is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. The pass has gone astray. Vieira. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. That's a cute ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Suarez receives it in a wide position. They've played it short. Crosses it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Pull it. Look at the space here.
Botafogo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Toma. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Goes for goal! And the counter is on. Roberto Carlos going full tilt down the left. Maldini. Looking to go deep. Up he goes! He should have put that one away.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Pass somewhat off target. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And pull it! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was...
And he shoots! It's hit the upright. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And this is Luis Suarez. He's having a shot! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Botafogo could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced.
Luis Suarez! A case now of complete control. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Luis Suarez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening.